Hello everybody, I'm Mama, aka Creative Mommy of 2. And welcome back to this week's WIP and Chat. Or in case this is your first time, hi! If you like to hear me ramble, please stick around. And yeah. Where to start? Well, first off, I hope you all had a great week. Mine was a bit meh, as always. 'Cause yeah, the house is giving me a headache. But yeah, I now today started to research companies for our yard, so that hopefully by the summer of next year it isn't such a mess, because it's absolutely terrible by now. So yeah. But yeah, I hate it when you go and look at Google and you search like garden companies and stuff, that you get like companies that do listings for other companies, so you can see the landscapers themselves. So you just fill out everything that is needed and you basically hope that there are companies that reach out to you. But let's be quite honest, the companies at this point in time, as on with the installation, you just need to hope that they are getting back to you. I have seen a company that actually is like literally one street from ourselves, but the website didn't work and their email didn't work. Shoot, yeah. Plan on trying to call them, but I didn't get around to it. Maybe if I see like this week, if I walk to the Aldi, which is a store a little bit from my home. We actually have two of them in the city where I live. But yeah, when I walk to there, I sometimes see the car standing there, so at least then I know that the company still is in operation. Because as far as I saw, they are a pretty decent sized company. They do all have the machinery to... Sorry, baby monitor. Okay, I think I am going to need to... Okay, it's working again. But yeah, they basically have like all the machinery, like the diggers and stuff, to dig out our garden. And they have it themselves, so it's not that they need to hire other companies to do stuff like that. And they do place these, well, basically walls we need to have. I don't know what the English word is, but I think a retention wall. I'm not sure. But yeah, they do place those things and everything, so yeah, I might try to call them tomorrow to see like, hey, are you able to do that? And if so, could you come by and give me a price estimate? Because yeah, we have had a company over before to only look at what the price would be to have the ground dug away And it wasn't even including the wall part. And that would be around 5,000 euros. So we're hoping if we get a landscaper, because that was basically a company that does like groundwork and stuff. So we're hoping if we might have a landscaper that maybe prices would be a little bit better. But yeah, that's open for debate. But at least then we know an accurate price, because I am getting so frustrated at this point. And if it's just flat, without bamboo, without the weeds so annoyingly that I can't even mow them, and we have the wall standing so, well, the curb isn't falling in our garden, then I am happy. But yeah. Because I'm frustrating myself like crazy on the fact that I can't even let my kids run around in the garden to have them enjoy. Obviously, if I only have them dig everything out and put in the wall and nothing more, I still don't have a fence, so most likely we'll just put up a few poles in the ground, get some wire next to it, and call it a year. But at least it's something, and I can keep track of everything, because now it's getting out of hand, and because I can't control it, it's getting over to the street, and yeah, it's not the prettiest thing around here. So, and I think that if I can just have it flat, even though if it is just weeds, I can put lawnmower over it when I'm mowing and it's short again. So yeah, that would save me a lot of work. So at that time I could then spend to keep our sidewalk at least a bit cleaner. Because yeah, it's getting out of hand, and it's not that I have too much time that I can spend there, because the kids are little tornadoes, especially our son. Our daughter, I can quite easily have her entertained, because I can literally just have her with me and just be like, hey, can you hold your wheelbarrow? Because she has one of those kid-sized wheelbarrows for herself. So I can just be like, hey, can you hold that next to mommy? And then I put stuff in it, and once it's full, we walk it over to the trash can and we put it in there. She loves it. She loves to help me in the garden, so she's not the issue. It's the other little demon. Our son is quite a wild one. And keeping him in one place isn't the easiest. So basically the only time when I can do garden work is when my husband's home. And when he isn't doing other stuff. Because yeah, he by now also has a list of stuff he needs to do. So yeah. By the way, in case you hadn't seen by now, or you haven't seen my WIP and Chats, I am still working on The Beast by Mandy Manzano from Diamond Art Club. And I am now, as you see, working in his cape. So I am slowly moving away from the basically almost only browns and yellows to also a whole lot of reds and pinks. And I personally love red. So yeah. Today I also had a doctor's appointment with our daughter. She had her yearly checkup, also had a shot. she's funny. Most kids, when they get a vaccination, they cry for the shot. She was fussing before, like, I don't want a shot. And I was like, well, mommy also doesn't like them. But if we get the shots, that means that we don't get sick. Or we don't get as sick. And then she was like, okay. Because I was like, what would you like most? A little bit of a poke from the needle? At least a little shot? And don't get as sick? Or don't get a shot and get maybe really sick? And she was like, I don't want to get sick. So she basically sat on my lap. I obviously did hold her because she still was a little bit like, yeah, I don't want to. Which I totally agree, because to be quite fair, I also dislike getting shots. But there is a difference between disliking them and don't let them do it. So, yeah. So yeah, she was like, okay, let's get it over with, basically. So she allowed the doctor to get her the shot. She didn't cry for the shot. The point where she started to cry was literally the moment when the doctor tried to put a band-aid on it. And it even was a pink unicorn one. And she loves unicorns and she loves pink. She's a really girly girl. Even though she still loves dinosaurs and... yeah. Basically she loves everything. But I need to say, pink is her favorite color, but yeah. She loves animals, all shapes and sizes. But I think both her and her brother mostly like girls. If like girls, like cats. Like our girls, I wanted to say. But yeah, once I caught her calm down, because then, yeah, we obviously needed to go, and she was like, I don't want to go, I'm finally out of the door for once. So she started fussing a bit, but once I had her calmed, and she got a drawing to go take home, so she could color. So we did that when we got home, or at least she did, because by that time I needed to get our son out of bed, because my husband stayed home because our son was in bed. But yeah, once we were down-ish, she was happy again, and she was saying that she didn't mind the vaccination. Oh, and I was like, yeah, I know, you're a big girl. You didn't cry for the for vaccination. But silly you cried for the band-aid. And she was completely giggly about that. Because yeah, what kid is afraid of that? Come on. Yeah, I already thought so. I placed some drills wrong. Let's get them out. Let's put them where they belong. But that isn't over here. But yeah, so it was for sure that we have crazy kids. They were really happy with her development. Obviously, it would be better if she would also just be potty trained, but I can try whatever I want with her, but that's the thing. Yeah, I can do whatever I want, but yep, she ain't having it. So yeah, it's not much that I can help. try to let it go, but it's a case of easier said than done. But yeah, the doctor needed to laugh with her because she's a little smartass. I can give you that. Because yeah, they did test her eyesight, so she got a thing that had like different shapes on it. So like, okay, what is what? So basically, the woman, well, the doctor, let's better say it like that, didn't know how she would call all the symbols. So we had just a basic circle, a square, a house. To be exactly, she made it Miffy's house. And then we got a tooth, which I actually think was an apple, but oh well. The doctor was like, I can't see that. But yes, she got at a certain point where she didn't see it completely. Then they got and wrote down, I was like, can you tell me what this is? And she was basically just really simply saying, it's too small. She just said to the doctor, it's too small. And she basically tried to rip the little glasses off of her, so yeah. She's hilarious. At times, at least. Which brings me, would you like to have like a WIP and Chat where I talk about like the funny things my kids say? Or at least the things I think are funny. Because my kids are pretty funny at times. At times they are, just as most of the kids, pretty annoying. But hey, they are kids for, so let's be honest. If you're a parent, you most likely know you love your kids, but at the same time, they frustrate you more than you wish at times. But yeah, she has some pretty fun things she says. Our son isn't talking as much, but he also is hilarious at times. So let me know, would you like me to write down some things that I personally think are funny that she says? Or basically that they say? Or have said? Because I know one of the things that she called an uncle of mine, she called him Other Grandpa. Because him and my dad stood side by side and they look pretty alike. It's pretty obvious that they are at least family. So yeah, she was like Grandpa and Other Grandpa. Which made my uncle's day because, yeah. He has baby fever in the kind of he wants to be a grandpa. My cousin, he is the one that I did the Slytherin crest for. He is... now I need to think. 2 years younger as me, so he will be turning 29 at the end of the year. I believe. 28, 29-ish, that area. Sorry, baby monitor again. Oh, that's my daughter. Hold on for just a second, because my daughter needs something, I think. Nope, false alarm. She just sat up in bed. I thought she wanted to say something, but she wasn't. Where's that symbol? There it is. But yeah, so let me know if you would like to hear the craziness of my kids. Because I can write some things down, I guess. Luckily, we also need to go to my parents this weekend because it's as well Father's Day this Sunday, the 19th, as it is also, and it is also my dad's birthday this weekend, on Saturday to be exactly. So yeah, I don't exactly out of the top of my head know how old he is. Somewhere in his 50s, that's all I know for now. I believe he will be 56, I believe. Let's think. No, that's my mom. Because I'm thinking like the first time I was pregnant, my due date was on my mom's 50th birthday. As I told you before, that didn't happen because I miscarried that little one, but well, we got my daughter after, so. She is right in between two of my uncles. My dad was saying from the moment when I said my due date was a week later, he said like, no, she's coming the 27th of June. Which happened because one of my uncles is the 26th and the other one is the 28th. And the uncle that is on the 28th was like, couldn't you hold her in for a bit longer? I was like, well, you need to fuss at the operating team for that, because if they would have waited an hour longer because before it was my turn, that most likely would have been your day. So yeah. But yeah, so we'll be with family this weekend, so most likely there will be some fun things. Yeah, my daughter was now at her checkup. She was 13.4 kilograms, well, kilos, and she weighed literally precisely a meter on the dot. So yeah, she is small, she is a lightweight, but she has been since birth. She is nicely on her own line because they give you like a growing thingy where you can see the lines, like below this is like really too tiny, and this is average, this is overweight and stuff like that. And she is like on the underweight, kinda like below average, but she isn't like basically completely under the line, so she is going perfectly fine for her age and for her length and all. So she's growing nicely along the curve, so I'm happy. Come on, big into there. This box is actually a little bit too full. Oh well. Yeah, also our little house guest got himself or herself a new house. So yay. Last Saturday, I believe. Yeah, Saturday. It got picked up, so yeah. Now my cats have one thing less to focus on. Because yeah, they were really over-focused on that bird. In case you didn't know, this is your first time watching. About 2 weeks ago, my husband and I rescued, well, not completely rescued, but we had a little parakeet in our garden. And yeah, we think it must have had a house, because especially when I picked it up to put it in like the box, because where else do you move a bird in for a short amount of time to get it in a cage. So yeah, I did get a towel because yeah, they most of the times don't like it when you grab them around them. So yeah, I did get a towel, but it was sitting on one of those cage branch thingies, and I could just basically like scoop it up. So yeah, or like it's most likely must have had an house, but oh well. At least it has a hopefully good place now. So yeah, I'm happy. Let's see what else of crazy animals this year we get into our house slash garden. Because we also had the hedgehogs, which I at this point think are still in our garden, because every once in a while I find new droppings. So yeah. What else? Oh yeah, we also most likely have a gas leak, or at least potentially have a gas leak. Because yeah, if you've been here before, you know that I am the last, I think 2 months I have mentioned sometimes that my husband is pretty much into technology and figuring things out and stuff, and he loves to get our house like smart and he also likes to see like where we can save things, like yeah, well, basically where we can save money. He also likes to create a good atmosphere in our house, so we have some new lightings now, which we can also change to different colors. We like literally for the kids installed the disco mode, and I for sure I'm doing it again. Times it's annoying that I'm so stupid at times. Wrong symbol yet again. But yeah, I've told that, yeah, my husband likes to do things like that. So yeah, he got himself a special cable so that he basically turns my old laptop that I used before, the one I use for editing and stuff now. He well, he cleaned it out and he made sure he can use it as basically like a smart hub kind of thing. So that's where everything is running on, especially when everything is running smoothly. And we just have a tablet screen here for like an overview and to turn on the lights if we want, which we also can do on our phones. And if there's needing to be some changes, you can do that on that laptop. But yeah, he got himself a cable so he can directly plug it into our meter, so we know like when is the gas usage too high, or at least high. Because yeah, we also want comfort in our house, but we also want to know like, okay, when is it like so much that it's like at a point where we might be able to say like, okay, like for instance, if I go in a bath, like make it a little bit less full or a little less hot, and just really take a shorter bath or whatever. Because obviously I know it's better to, if you take like a shower, to shower like less than 5 minutes and stuff like that, to save gas, and by that means money. But we for sure also don't shower every day. If I shower 2 days in a row, then I need to have been really dirty, because otherwise I just don't see the use of it. I did that as a kid because, yeah, why? And we still do it like that. Kids go and bath like 2, maybe 3 times a week. Sometimes more, but that's when they're really dirty. Because, yeah, most of the times they don't get dirty, so yeah. Well, I run a full bath every day for them. But yeah, so we was basically like figuring things out, and then all of a sudden today was, no, yesterday evening when we were in bed, was looking at it and was like, huh, around this time and around this time we had like, it was a really tiny amount, but like we used gas. What did we use it for? So we're thinking like, maybe when I opened the faucet, we have one of those automatically, well, changing temperature kind of things, because you move it left and right and then it sets like the temperature at a certain temperature. It was like, maybe I hadn't completely on cold, because most of the times I yank it completely to the right so it's cold, because most of the times I just rinse stuff off. And yeah, no use to use hot water for it if it isn't necessary. But yeah, today he kept looking at it at work every once in a while. No, when he was at home, when I was at the doctor's office with our daughter. It was later on like, hey, it's like really constant and it keeps using so and so much, and in average, it updates like every 80 minutes, so every hour and a half, something. At least every 80 minutes, I believe, it updates. And every time it is almost the exact amount of gas that is used. So he's like, well, basically that means that there's like a constant flow of gas. And we changed out our heating system last year, so it shouldn't be that, because the other one still had like a tiny flame for heating the water every time. But this one should be electric, so it shouldn't be doing that. And he looked it up, and it actually was 4 liters a day. That's just gone. So I will be switching it off today in the evening in hopes that we figure out if it is indeed that thing or not. And otherwise, he already contacted his dad to figure out if he can come by this week somewhere to see if they can find it, because yeah, it is 4 liters a day, and apparently the like closing off point, to say it like that, is 5 liters. So if you lose 5 liters a day of gas, it needs to be shut off and sealed and fixed. So it's like, yeah, that's too close to my liking, and obviously it is too much. And the gas prices aren't cheap. It is not that it's about €1 a year. No, it's a lot more than that. So yeah, it's not fun if the gas just out of the house. So yeah, I'm already done with my part, because I thought I did manage to do a little less, but oh well, I'm just gonna ramble to you. Even though I am not making it much longer, because I'm already rambling for more than half an hour. But you know me, I am rambly, and I am not apologizing for me. Because yeah, I'm just me. If you don't like my rambling, well, you most likely didn't make it this far. So yeah, if you like my rambling, please give me a thumbs up. But yeah, so we're now needing to figure out a way to see what that gas usage is. So, yay! And the rest of the week I will also be trying to find a landscaper to do our garden for not too crazy of amount of prices. Because, yeah, I'm not planning on wanting to spend €10,000 on it. Because we still need to do the attic. My husband is still busy with that. But yeah, he has contacted so many companies. He, most of the times, even he doesn't know anymore. But I for sure don't know what companies he contacted. So yeah. I'm basically at the point where I'm like, well, as long as it's done, I don't give a rat's ass. I want it done. The faster the better, but oh well. But yeah, I also want to have our garden done, so if I just, as I said, if I can just have it leveled out and have the wall placed for like the next 1 year, next summer or so, I can basically say like I am going to ram some poles into the garden, into the edge, put some wire in between, make a makeshift like gate to take our trash out and stuff. So yeah, I can make that work. I can also make sure that my Christmas presents and next year's birthday presents from our parents will be money for that. So yeah. But yeah, that will be my thing for this week, to figure out something. I already have contacted a company. They said they at least could do it. They asked for some pictures. And I hope they will do a decent price, but they already told me they can't do it. Most likely can't do it this year. So I'm fine with that, because yeah, depending also on what they ask, I might also not be able to financially do it this year, depending on how quick they could do it. So, but at least if I know that the planning is there, then I'm happy, because that means that at least, yeah, it's underway. So yeah. But yeah, I am going to let you guys go. I am rambling on for long enough, and as usual, I am rambling about basically nothing, so oh well. But yeah. I am going to plunk my ass down on the couch and watch some Netflix now. I actually wanted to do my sort of like secret project, but it's now 9:30, and by the time I clean this up and got the other one out, it is 10 o'clock, and then I'm like using it for 1 hour and that's it. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to do a day of nothing. If I really want to, I can just work on it longer tomorrow. So yeah, because I hope to finish that in about a month. I hope less, but I don't think even a month will work. But you see that one when I am that far. It's a crazy project. Could be worse, but it's crazy. But yeah, I hope you liked this rambly as always video. If you did, well, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And yeah, you know where the comment section is if there is something you want me to know. And yeah, if you could answer the questions in the video, you can also answer them below. So yeah, again, I hope you liked this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!